live. We back, man. Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS experience. I am your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose, man. We are the leaders in single entry 3 max and 20 max content. But listen, if that's not your style of play, like I tell you all the time, it does not matter, man. Whatever your style of play is. If you're playing NBA DFS, man, it's the best spot you can be in. Trust me, man. Hit that subscribe button, turn your notification bell on, and hit that like button for your boy, man. It's greatly appreciated. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in, all right? This is my starting five, bringing you 5 plays across DraftKings and FanDuel that will more than likely be in my lineup player pool tonight, that sort of thing. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. But before we do, got the lineup review, man. Going over my best lineups from yesterday's slate. Let's talk about it. Man, I had the blueprint yesterday. Just go back and watch the videos. But couldn't quite put it all together, man. Couldn't quite get it all done. And probably because I'm taking too many chances on guys like Jamal Cain, man. I thought he might have been a little sneaky value piece. Maybe had a little too much of him in my lineups. This is my best lineup on DK right here. This was in the $1.20 max. Came in, 684th place. It was like I said, it was a rough night for me, man. Lost half my buy-in despite having the keys to the city. I don't know how that happened, but we'll get to it. Kobe White, 11%, man. Look, I told y'all like 2 videos ago, the kid is just balling. It don't matter who they playing. It don't matter what the total of that game is. Kobe White is just balling right now. Go look at his game log. I know game log, whatever. Go look at it. He is playing right now. 57 fantasy points from him against this Miami Heat. Nice game from him at 12%. Sexton, everybody's chalk. The name of the game was getting the Utah guys right yesterday with everybody missing over there. I told you in the video, Sexton, Taylor Horton Tucker, or whoever was in that starting lineup. Also, that's another thing that hurt me too. I did get a little too cute, man. I leveraged some Sexton ownership and got more of Dunn. I might have had a little too much of Dunn last night too, trying to get too cute, but Sexton, I told you, man, was going to be super chalky, but he was just going to be a good play, man. At 70% on, he gave you 38 fantasy points, very solid. Kane failed me. Try to do some sneaky value right here, especially with Richardson being out or still being out over there. Thought he could see 20 to 25 minutes in this spot. Didn't happen for me the way I pictured it. Kawhi Leonard, this was actually an accident. I don't even know how this happened. As you can see, I got Kawhi Leonard and Harden in the same lineup. I typically never do that. I typically one or the other, even though Paul George was out. So this was an accident here. I don't even know how this happened. But Kawhi Leonard, 17% on. I told you I was going to be on those Clippers guys. Kawhi and James Harden and PG was out. And we did make the switch and get to them, but not enough of them because I still wanted Fox. I was still heavy on that Thunder Kings game. I wanted some Fox. I wanted some SGA. But Leonard, 17% on, 44 fantasy points. Yeah, he didn't kill you, but he didn't help you either. Kelly Olynyk, 52% on. 25 fantasy points here. Kind of a dud here. 5,300 failed a lot of people. Walker Kessler was the guy you needed at 6,300. Malik Monk, 6,200. He just been playing solid minutes, been playing well for these Sacramento Kings. 35 fantasy points for him, which is okay. Taylor Horton Tucker, nice night for him at 46% on, 38 fantasy points. And then James Harden, my guy, 9% on, man, 71 burger from him. Like I said, I didn't get as much Harden as I wanted because I got as much as I wanted, but I should have had more. But I know why I didn't, because I wanted to play Fox. I wanted to play SGA. Those guys had great games as well, both of them 60 plus, but like I said, James Harden outscored them both, and he was cheaper, so he ended up being a better player. I didn't have enough of James Harden, but definitely had him. There you have it, man. 312, my best lineup on DK. FanDuel, just my single entry over here, outside the money a little bit over here. The $10 single entry came at 290th place, 303. Point guard, stayed with Scoot Henderson here. This is actually a lineup I messed up in, just being stubborn. As you can see, I got Scoot Henderson and Anthony Simons. I should have moved this to James Harden, but I knew I had all these Utah guys in here, and I thought going with some Portland running backs was a way to get a little different. Hence, Scoot Henderson. But I thought Anthony Simons would have a big part in this game too. I knew it could get up and down and get out of hand, but Simons really let me down here in this spot. Had I pivoted to James Harden, we in the money easily. A slight mistake on me, but Scoot Henderson 5% on, nice game from him, 39 points. Fox had a lot of him, 7% on. He gave you 56 fantasy. Just broke down Simons. Colin Sexton, 83% on over here in this single entry, 36 fantasy points. Jamal Cain, once again, I told you I had him sprinkled in everywhere, man. I was just sprinkling him everywhere, but he did not work out for me. Taylor Horton Tucker, 40 fantasy points. Had Kawhi Leonard over here, and that's another reason I didn't pivot to Harden in this lineup, because I had Kawhi already, and I told you I don't really like playing them two together. So that's another reason I didn't go hard. I just left it at Simons. But should have made the pivot, follow my first mind, we'd have easily cashed. Kelly Olynyk, 69% on, 24 fantasy points over here. And then Chet Holmgren. I tried to weave it. I told you yesterday I was going to be weaving in that Thunder Kings game throughout my lineup. So try to get a little different here with a piece nobody's really going to. Chet Holmgren. Know he's capable of big performances. He done had a couple already this year. Just didn't quite get it done for us here in this spot. All right? But let's go to get to today's slate, man, and what you came for. The starting five. Now, real quick before we get into it, y'all know it's NBA. Key pieces of injury news we're waiting on. Definitely going to need that Zion news. Definitely going to need that Bane news. And a little extra tidbit for you. I think AD may be rested this game. I think they're going to do a swap out. I think LeBron rested last game. And now LeBron's going to play and AD's going to rest in this. That's just my opinion. I think that's what I think. So we have to see how it play out. But with that in mind, I think Bane is out. I think Zion is out. Or at least that's just how I'm approaching it since they did miss last game. All right. So with that in mind, that's why I'm bringing the starting five to you from that perspective, and we'll adjust accordingly as news happens throughout the day. So, as always, any questions, comments, concerns, put them down below. At the top, man, I want to look at Derrick Rose. 5K. Listen, if Desmond Bane is out, Desmond Bane being out last time, we saw Derrick Rose get the most minutes he got in all season. Finally got up to 30 minutes. I'm a little nervous about this play because, like I said, that was the first time all season he got 30 minutes. I think he got it just because Bane was out and they needed some more offense and some more stability out there from D Rose. If Bane is out, I think he can get back to that 30-minute mark again. I'm like I said, I'm nervous because that was the first time he did it. Who knows if he get it again? They might can cap him at 24-25 again, but we shall see. But if Bane is out, I'm going to definitely take some chances on Derrick Rose at 5K. I know he has a 40 burger left in the tank over there at 5K. Going against these Houston Rockets, I'm going to get to some D Rose. At the shooting guard, I want to look at Trey Murphy. Now, this play is going to be solid regardless because even if Zion plays, they working Trey Murphy back, man. He still should see 25 to 30 minutes, I would imagine. He was a starter for this team last year. He's trying to work his way back into that. So even if Zion plays, I think Trey Murphy is a solid play because I still expect him to see 25 to 30 minutes. Because he hasn't seen it yet. He saw 33 last time with no Zion. But prior to that, he was capped at about 24, but that's just because he was working his way back. I think he sees 25 to 30 minutes regardless. And if Zion is out, you already know he should see 30 plus. And he had a nice game for us last time. I don't mind going right back to Trey Murphy, all right? Then at the small forward, man, give me LeBron James. Like I said, I expect him to play today. I think AD is going to be out. Either way, if AD plays or he's out, LeBron James is still in play. He can give you a game regardless. That's what I love about this play and the combination of this little game here. As you can see, Wembanyama at the power forward. That these are two good plays regardless. But if AD is out, it's only going to boost both of them. But love LeBron James here. Triple-double upside. You know the King still has it in the tank. I like him at 9,700 matchup against the Spurs. At the power forward, you see it. Victor Wembanyama. I don't think the prices went up enough, man. And if AD misses, he should destroy down there. He just has to get more aggressive. Pardon me. He just has to get more aggressive, but can fill up the stack sheet. I think we're gonna see a game from Wembanyama with double-digit blocks. he may have a game with double-digit blocks this season. All right, it's definitely in his future. If it's not this season, it's gonna be next season. A double-digit block game is definitely in his future sooner rather than later, man. I like Wembanyama here at 9,100. Just expect him to go out and continue what he do. We saw this matchup last time. A couple of these spots are teams that played each other the other day. So the NBA started doing this like last season, if I'm not mistaken. That the back-to-backs are playing them against the same team. So we do have this Spurs here, this Atlanta-Toronto game. All these teams played each other they last time playing. So love Wembanyama right here, man. Like him taking on this, like him in this spot against the Lakers, especially if Anthony Davis sit. And then at the center, man, I want to go back to Onyeka Okongwu. We saw him get to 30 minutes last time out in this same matchup against the Toronto Raptors. Probably due to their size in the front court, they needed more minutes from Okongwu. And it's the same matchup. If he can get up to 30, maybe a little bit more, if anything happens or some breaks in his way, Okongwu is a solid fantasy point per minute producer, man. Give me some Okongwu at 5K. I played him last time in this spot. He was solid for me. I'm going right back to him at 5K. I like Onyeka Okongwu. There you have it. Just starting five for DraftKings. Derrick Rose, Trey Murphy, LeBron James, Victor Wembanyama, and Onyeka Okongwu, man. Get you some exposure to these guys. Let's go look at FanDuel and see what I like over there, all right? Coming in on the FanDuel side, I like going right back to my boy Trae Young. Yes, same matchup. I took him last time. It paid off for me. I have no fear going right back to him in this matchup against the Raptors. This shit is a nice game environment. Should be up and down. One of the higher team totals on the slate. It ain't quite that Pacers Wizards game, but it is up there. And I like Trae Young at 9,800. Coming in shooting guard, this is if Bane is out. We saw Vince Williams get the start and was a solid contributor, man. I think he saw like 28 minutes, something like that in there. He could be in line for that same workload. I expect him to go with the same starting lineup if Desmond Bane misses. It's the same matchup. I don't see why they wouldn't. So if Bane is out again, I'm going right back to Vince Williams at 4,200 for a little value. Also, going to look at Malachi Branham here at 4,500. Another guy who's played solid for these Spurs the last two games. Had a solid outing last time against these very same Lakers they're playing tonight. I like him at 4,500, provided he's still in the starting lineup. He's been in the starting lineup, him and Vassell in the backcourt there with Sohan kind of moving to the forward spot. So I like getting back to Malachi Branham as another value play over here on FanDuel. And that's because I'm getting the Victor Wembanyama at power forward, man. 10-3. FanDuel is doing it right. They're pricing him up because this is where he's headed. He's going to be 11K soon on DK, man. Especially if he keeps playing like he's playing. I'm going to Wembanyama. That's why he's your thumbnail, man. Got him on both sides. Just give me Victor Wembanyama. You know what he's capable of. You done seen the flashes of it already. And then at the center, staying with my boy, man, Onyeka Okongwu, 5,200. I like this play a lot today, man. Gonna have a lot of Okongwu if better value doesn't open up at the center spot with injury news, all right? But there you have it, man. Just starting five on FanDuel. Onyeka Okongwu, Victor Wembanyama, Malachi Branham, Vince Williams, and Trae Young. Get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pools. They for sure gonna be in mine, all right? That's going to do it for us here today, man. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Let's get it.